Well, let's jump right into the news here. A company called Sphero today unveiled what's already been called the toy of the year. It's a miniature model of the new BB-8 droid in the upcoming Star Wars movie, The Force Awakens. And you can own it starting tomorrow. Jeffrey Fowler is the personal technology columnist for the Wall Street Journal, and he and the BB-8 join us now. Welcome to the show, Jeffrey.
Hi there. I brought a special friend.
Yeah, there it is. Now, the best part of all this is that Sphero is actually the company that made the one we're going to see on screen with Disney. They helped create this droid. And can you talk about that collaboration and how this movie robot came about?
Sure, yeah. The way it went down was, so Sphero is this robotic toy startup that's been around for a little while, and they make these balls that you can control, kind of like an RC car for the smartphone era. You just push it around using an app on your phone. They joined a startup accelerator sponsored by Disney and happened to get none other than Bob Iger, Disney's CEO, as their mentor. And Disney, as you may remember, recently bought Lucasfilm and the Star Wars line of business. And Iger said to them, hey, any chance you could make a version of Sphero with a little head that stays on top as he floats around? And they came back to him a day later and they said, actually, we could. He showed them some designs from the movie that had already been kind of put together. And then sort of in concert there, they began developing this toy. Now, the one that you see in the movie, it is functioning, but it's controlled mostly by puppeteers. But the Sphero that you can, or the BB-8 as he's called, that you can take home is fully functioning. You control him through an app. His head, yes, magically stays on top through some kind of force. They call it the Force. It's probably just magnetism. But either way, it is an awesome, wonderful thing that has so much personality because of this little head. I can't stop watching him.
It really does look amazing. How does it actually work? How do you control it?
So you use an app on your phone that it comes with, and it lets you do a couple of things. One, you can just drive it around like you would drive a remote control car or a drone or whatever. And then it also has some kind of preset activities that he could do. You can tell him to, be joyful or whatnot. It also takes voice commands. So they're going to build that out over time. But already you can say, look out, or
it's a trap.
Or it's a trap. That's one of the things you can tell it, exactly. And then the other fun thing that they've got is, ooh, it keeps flying around on me. Another fun thing that they've got is you can do holograms. So not directly out of its little eye there, sadly, but through your phone, you hold up your phone to it, and it through the camera sees BB-8 and then makes the hologram appear like he's coming out of it. Sorry, he keeps
so it's literally augmented reality hologram that you see.
It is, yeah, and you can make messages to send to your friends, so they see your messages on their BB-8. I mean, they've really thought this thing through. This is the toy that Sphero was meant to make. And I'm just so jealous of kids these days. Back when I had all my Star Wars collectibles, they were just plastic doodads. But this is kind of bridging the physical and digital world in a really, really smart way. And I think it sort of tells us where things are going in the future.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Definitely. And so what happens when you do yell, it's a trap? What does it do?
He runs off trying to find someplace to go. Now, he doesn't have sensors in him like a Roomba does. To avoid stairs and such. So keep him away from the stairs. So he's pretty strong. He's also waterproof. And I should also note that this head, if you have an annoying older brother like I do, who kicks off the head or takes it off, it can come off and then just kind of comes, oh, he's not happy when you do it, though. And it'll stick back on here. If I do this right. Wait, let me put him down for a second. There he is. Comes back on. And also, if you lose the head, you can buy an extra one.
This toy is like way more awesome than the toys that came out around the original Star Wars. But what is the price point like compared to the toys that were available back for the original series?
Good question. So this guy is $150, which, if you think about it, for your own personal robot at home is actually not terrible. But you can certainly buy plastic Star Wars toys like this guy that I got to play with him with. It only cost $9. So I think the appeal to parents and to kids and kids of all ages of this thing is that it's not just a piece of plastic. It is also software, and software can keep getting better over time. And Sphero has all sorts of plans to make BB-8 continue to grow, like they have with other Sphero products. They've sort of turned them into educational toys. So you can sort of learn the basics of programming by making him go. They don't have that available on BB-8 yet, but they do on other Spheros, and they plan to bring that to BB-8. So I love the idea that these days you get toys and they continue to grow with you, just like other apps in your life can do. And that's a lot of fun.
Yeah, so it'll get new capabilities with new versions of the app. I love that kind of thing. You know, I've been using an Echo, and I've noticed it's Amazon Echo, which has the you know, virtual assistant, and there've been twice I've sort of complained, like, to my wife that it can't do something, and then within a couple of weeks it starts being able to do it. Like, it just gradually gets better. Things like this will gradually get better. What a world! What a time to be a kid. Or somebody who's an adult who's going to definitely buy one of these is the very second it's available. Jeffrey Fowler's at WSJ.com, and on Twitter at Jeffrey Fowler. That's Geoffrey, Jeffrey. Thank you so much for joining us today, Jeff.
You bet.
All right.